Well, there have been several incidences, most notably even at the beginning of the pandemic at some of the earlier demonstrations, corona skeptic demonstrations. Some people were seen wearing yellow stars on their t-shirts or also on their jackets, and these were reminiscent of the yellow stars that Jews were forced to wear under Nazi rule here in Germany. But instead of the word Jew written on them, these people had decided to write the word unvaccinated on them. So in doing so, these people were really creating a sense of self-victimization, comparing themselves to Holocaust victims. And in doing so, they effectively are belittling the Holocaust, which of course is a crime here in Germany. At the same time, there have also been outright conspiracy theories being spread. But what doesn't seem to be the case right now is that the occasions of anti-Semitism are not being traced back to one specific group, and that's exactly what Germany's Commissioner for the fight against anti-Semitism was telling me earlier today.
The corona protesters have an anti-Semitic narrative. For the first time, we're seeing groups that would normally have nothing to do with each other united in the protests. Right-wing groups, left-wing extremists, Islamist groups. And anti-Semitism acts as a binder, and that's new. We all have to take action against it, socially, but also politically.
So a very clear call for action there, and what Felix Klein was telling me is that a lot of this is going to be focused on education, not only in schools, but also even among Germany's authorities, among police, among politicians, to make sure that this is stamped out and doesn't become a trend.
Kate, tell us a little bit more about this link between the anti-Semitism and the coronavirus restrictions. Why have so much anger been directed at these measures?
Well, unfortunately, as history tells us, this is unfortunately nothing new. You can look back even as far as the Middle Ages, and you'll see how the Jews even then were blamed for the plague, even just 100 years ago as well. During the Spanish flu, we saw a similar situation. So this isn't anything new, but of course the aim now is to tackle this head on with a combination of repression, of repressing anti-Semitism that is already happening, but also to prevent it in the first place. Of course, one of the biggest challenges will be educating, re-educating people who are already spreading anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, especially at these corona skeptic demonstrations and online.